Yes. I wanted to say to young people that part of the gift of youth is not to be saddled down with status quo responsibilities and weight. Saddle down, throw away your credit cards. You can't indulge in fighting the system when you owe your hearts to the company's store. Push the boundaries of your intellect. Don't be afraid to speak out. Have passion. Argue the way we argue and end up loving each other at the end of that conversation. Do not capitulate. I'm not asking you to run rampant. I know there are rules that you have to follow, but I'm saying even within that reality, rage against the machinery of the status quo. Yeah, to be 19 years old and to be 52 in actions is a tragedy. Take this opportunity to become not only regurgitators, but the producers of knowledge. Write, think, put those people in your Rolodex and draw on them and be audacious. Don't go through life so quietly, don't. You're too quiet. I worry about your silence. I worry about your lack of passion. I worry about the fact that people tell you you have to be good and perfect at 19. I was not good and perfect. I was rebellious. But it was that rebellious spirit that got channeled. Once it got channeled, it went in but without that initial rebellious spirit, I wouldn't have cut classes to join SNCC. And that was not a bad thing, was it? I mean, so I really, really want to say to you, you're too young to be old. You're too young. I want to see you have a little bit of bravado. And never be afraid to speak the truth for fearing that you might say something wrong. If I can admit I'm elitist, don't be afraid that you might say something sexist or racist. Say it, because once you say it and someone tells you and you're willing to hear, that means that you leave being a larger person than when you came. Don't be afraid of being wrong. It's okay to be wrong. We're not perfect. And so I don't want you to be afraid to speak out. And never let anybody tell you that to work for justice is to be a superstar. There are no icons. The only icon in life is God. And when you build your life on your being large and somebody else being small, you've stepped outside of the realm of what you're doing in terms of justice. This little light of mine, you've got the light of freedom in you, and you have to let it shine. And my ego should not require you to dim your light so that my light should shine. That's why I didn't get mad with Carlene, because I think it's really important to really to engage in that. And so that's what I would say to you. I want to see you do something right. Don't wait to be 35 years old to write something. Write, think. Be as courageous in thinking as you are in love affairs. That's really important. That's what I want to say.
I don't know who our song leader is going to be, so be thinking about